with our actions. And it's not just coming to a rally, although this is exciting and it's worthwhile, and it's enabling us to get the news out about this particular priority of the Republican Party of Texas. And just so you know, in 2018, it was the #1 priority for the Republican Party. We had a lot of very enthusiastic people. This year, it is only number 8, and that means it only has 94.29% of the approval of the Republican Party. But we know what's more interesting even than that is a recent Texas Public Policy Foundation public poll, is around 80% of the people, over 80% of the people across Texas have said, we want to ban taxpayer-funded lobbying, okay? So this is not a partisan issue at all. And we want to make sure that we are letting our legislators know exactly how we feel about it and why. So that's why we're here today. We're going to learn a lot, and we're going to hear from State Senator Paul Bettencourt, who has a bill that has already passed out of the Senate. We're going to hear from Representative Mays Middleton and Representative Brian Slayton, as well as 2 local government officials. And one of them is already here, John Berry, and also Shelby Williams is coming. And because we're going a different perspective, if you look at the hearing list, when they heard the bill, HB 749, and they heard the bill, and all the people came and testified. If you look at the people who were against, and you've actually got the list of people that are against and signed in and testified against, you will notice that so many of them are local government officials. All right? So I'm going to tell you some stuff today that's going to be perhaps new and perhaps interesting and maybe horrifying to you to know what's going on. You were waving at somebody, Deborah. Was that somebody I need to know? Oh, there comes Troy. Okay. Oh, and Jill. Jill is here. In case you don't know, Jill, come up just for a second. And Jill is the chairman of the Legislative Priorities Committee on the SREC, and she is the one who has done an incredible job of energizing people across the state by holding rallies like this. And I'm just so grateful. Do you want to say hello? We haven't officially started.
Okay, great. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm losing track of time, so glad to see y'all here. We are working on so many of our priorities. As you know, constitutional carry is moving right now, right? And we have still got a couple of 3 senators that we would like to get behind and publicly support, and we are working on that. So please help us out. Call your senator if you haven't already, and please encourage, and yes, the Lieutenant Governor as well. Let's please show them our support for this legislative priority. And then taxpayer-funded lobbying. We absolutely must address this issue, and I thank Gail so much for serving as a subcommittee chair on this priority, and we need to get it moving. The Senate has done its job and passed a bill out of that chamber, and now we need the House to step up and move this priority. So thank y'all so much for being here, and thank you for the engagement that you are doing with your public officials. The phone calls and the emails are working, right? they're hearing from you, and you know what? That's a great thing. And when I go into the offices and say, are you guys getting phone calls? They say yes, and we love it. We love hearing from our constituents. So thank you for that. It helps them. And we so appreciate you being here today. I'm going to turn it back to Gail.